Hello, friends. Welcome to Meade Stadium here at the University of Rhode Island for our CoRec intramural 4v4 flag football game between the 1 seed, 4th and Inches, and the 2 seed, Big Dogs. My name is Nick Rudale, here with my commentating partner.
I'm Jack Slattery. What's up, Nick?
Well,
Should be a good one today. Got the 1 seed and the 2 seed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, before we went live, we had our little coin toss. Big Dogs won the toss and deferred, meaning 4th and Inches are going to start the game off with the ball. Officials for today's game, our head referee, Ryan Kender, our line judge, Tommy Stapes, and our back judge, Eric Petrie.
A good crew to go along with a good 2 teams. Should be a good one. Looks like we're ready to get going.
I'm waiting for, I think we're just grabbing, make sure everyone has a flag belt on.
Oh, someone's missing one.
Someone?
Nope.
They made a quick substitution before the game even started. But it looks like we're ready to rock. Snap, throw, just cross the line of scrimmage. Turn up the sideline, flag gets pulled. Number 40, Maddie Connors on the reception from that one. Looking like the quarterback for 4th and Inches is number 24, their captain, Alex Pickle.
Player to watch on 4th and Inches is number 32, Yegor Smith. Real Muto, always wearing that number 32. It's his lucky number. And
that
here
pass
he is
goes
with the ball.
to Jaeger. He gets held up, drops to one knee, but gains the first down, 4th and Inches. So something different that you may not know about 4v4 flag football is we play 3 downs, not 4, like traditional football. And we're going to play 2 15-minute halves. So a little different change from your normal tackle or 7-on-7 flag football. Here's the snap. Pikel drops back, floats it over the line of scrimmage to Maddie Connors for a few yards, bringing up 2nd down.
4v4, also a pass-only league, so you're going to see a 5-second play clock, essentially, for the QB to get rid of the ball. And that means no pass rush as well.
Pikel now dropping back, floats it over the line of scrimmage again. This time, number 23, Grace Connolly on the reception, brings up 3rd and goal to go for 4th and Inches. So some things with our 4v4 flag football field, it's very small compared to a normal football field. You have the goal lines and then a 20-yard mark as like your midfield. There's a pass, bobbled and caught for the touchdown.
A nice grab there from Connors. Brought it in with one hand for the game's first score. They dink and dunk their way down the field there, Nick.
They certainly did. A couple of receptions to Connors, Connolly on a reception, Yegor making a play. Ends them up on the scoreboard first with 6. Here comes the extra point conversion for 1. This pass is floated just out of the reach of Maddie Connors again, making the score 6-0, 4th and Inches. Only not even 3 minutes into this game.
Quick score there. They clearly had a plan. Easy throws and let their players run.
So now, Big Dogs offense on the field for the first time. Looking like Jalen Dennis, number 12, is going to be at the helm at quarterback. And they only have 3 players on the field right now. They got a 4th grabbing his flag belt right now. Here he comes. And we should be ready to rock.
Takes the snap.
Drop back, looking for
Deeper
options.
routes.
Floats one downfield, and it's broken up.
Nearly intercepted there from Colin Swanson. Got his hands on it to break that one up.
4th and Inches playing looking like a zone defense. It kind of all got messed up when everyone was running their routes into each other. But like Jack said, passing league only. That means the quarterback cannot be rushed. But as we did mention earlier, there is a 5-second count for the quarterback to release the ball. So Dennis now catches the snap.
You're seeing a clear difference in offensive philosophy. They are bombing it early.
That pass out of the hands of Yanae Gerbrew. That one almost intercepted again. Had a high safety sitting over the middle. Read that pass like a book. Just closed on it a little too early. Falls incomplete, bringing up 3rd down
Which
and
is
the
our
20-yard
final
line
down.
to gain for Big Dogs. If they turn this ball over, the 4th and inch is going to have great starting field position. This pass dumped across the middle. Number 3, Isaiah King on the reception. And it's short. It's going to be a turnover on downs. 4th and inch is now bringing back the offense on the field. In incredible field position in their in their opponent's half already.
We could see a 2-score game early into this first half if they're able to score here.
10.5 minutes and running in this first half. Alex Pickle now catches the snap, drops back, looking for an open receiver. Yegor on a little drag route across the middle, finds the sideline and is in for the touchdown. Yegor Smith-Ramuto only needs one play to score for 4th and inches, now making this a 12-0 game. That was a quick play out of 4th and inches, kind of caught Big Dogs off guard there. And easy
Yegor
score.
is he's a speedy guy. In open space, it's going to be hard to get his flag.
4th and inches now on the 2-point conversion. Passes it to Yegor. Defenders unable to pull his flags. Gives 4th and inches 2 extra points in that conversion, making this a 14-0 game. So, Big Dogs now coming out for their second drive on offense. 9.5 to play. What do you need to see out of Big Dogs in offense right now?
Well, their last drive, they went deep pass, and then tried on their third and final down something shorter over the middle. I say they should flip that, try and get some yards early, and then make the down and distance a little easier.
Yeah, yes. Jalen Dennis now, quarterback, catches the snap, trying to find. Looks like they're going to look deep again. Now they're he's throwing it deep.
Ooh.
That one just too far over his receiver's head.
She had beaten her defender, number 11, Kira Darrell, but the throw a little out of reach. And
brings up 2nd down now for Big Dogs. Looks like they were looking deep again there. Looks like they're not taking your advice, Jack. Although they can't hear it either until after the fact, if they do watch. So 2nd down now, Big Dogs. Jalen Dennis catches the snap, drops back. His receiver's running downfield. Launches one, and it's almost intercepted out of the hands of Dominic Morris. I think Jalen Dennis there was looking for number 3, Isaiah King. Had him open on a corner route, but Dominic Morris just able to sniff that route out, undercut it, almost had himself an interception.
And again, it brings up a tough down and distance here, 10 yards to gain here, the first.
If I'm Jalen Dennis, I'm throwing this right at that line to gain at the 20. It's not. This one, again, almost intercepted by Dominic Morris.
But did his job there. Sorry, Nick. Broke up the pass, and we have a turnover on down.
Yeah, Jalen Dennis again looking for Isaiah King on a corner route. It's like deja vu.
Deja vu, a quick drive there.
All right, so 4th and inches now, again, in great starting field position, even better than the last turnover on downs. Alex Pickle now back at the helm, quarterback, catches the snap. Yegor's kind of had a walking start, but that pass is just underthrown. Looking for Matty Connors in the end zone. Yegor trying to deke out his defenders there, just kind of started walking off the line of scrimmage, then transitioned into a jog, but the ball was already in the air by then.
And Connors had beaten her defender. Pickle just unable to get it to her.
This time, Connor secures it. Flag is pulled. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal for 4th and inches. The first time they found themselves on 3rd down, still on offense in this game so far.
Trevor Johnson there, good D flag.
Yeah. Are you have to go for the end zone here, though. Are you going to get this like a shallow route across the goal line, or are you going to throw it maybe towards the back of the end zone?
Looks like they're going right to the end zone, and it's Connors again on the reception. That's her 2nd touchdown of the game on that left side. And it seemed they went to get the ball to the end zone. No need to run it in.
Nope. You can't run it in.
Can't run it in.
You could pass it in just like they did, though. 4th and inches now on the 1-point conversion try. Pickle looking for options. Finds Yegor across the middle of the end zone, and it's good for 1 extra point, making this 21-0. 6 minutes left in this first half. Big Dogs have a little bit of a hole to climb themselves out of right now.
It's going to have to start with a score, and they need to stop trying to get it all on that first 2 plays and leaving themselves in a sticky situation on 3rd down.
Yeah. If you get a good chunk of yards on 1st down, I'm okay if you take a shot deep on 2nd. Just you have to know though that you're going to be able to get that 1st down when it comes to 3rd. That you can. And here's a pass over the head.
Went for it all there.
Of number 33, Yane Gerbrew. But now, if you take that deep attempt on 1st down, I'm throwing just short, quick routes, trying to inch close to that zone line to gain, maybe earning themselves a new series, which would be their first one of the game.
Yes, it would.
They haven't had a new series yet.
Looks like there's going to be a switch at quarterback. Isaiah King going to give it a shot now.
Okay, Isaiah King now. They flexed out Jalen Dennis as a receiver.
Getting double covered.
Throws the ball up. And this one is out of bounds. Incomplete. Did not get a foot down before catching the ball. Is Jalen Dennis. So we just saw what Jalen Dennis can do throwing the ball, and now he caught the ball. He just wasn't in bounds. Just goes to show his athleticism.
Valiant effort there. And that looks like a 1-play
Isaiah
stint.
King said, I don't want to be the quarterback. Jalen, you do it. And Jalen now catches the snap.
Fair to say Jalen has the prettier ball.
Looking downfield for King. And this one is incomplete. King was double covered there, and he kind of threw it right to 4th and inches. He had to put maybe some loft on that one instead of throwing almost like a direct dart at him.
Yeah, some frustration building for Big Dogs.
So again, 4 minutes now left in the 1st half. Another turnover on downs for Big Dogs. 4th and inches in great field position again. Pickle now catching the snap. Looking for a receiver open downfield. Looks like a complete wash in the middle. Jaeger not able to keep grasp of the ball. Hits the turf. Incomplete. Hits the ground after. Gets up. He's kind of walking it off. Looks like he's limping over the sideline. They're going to bring in a sub for him. That could be a big loss for 4th and inches on the offensive side of the ball.
Hopefully he's all right. But, yeah, he's a key playmaker for them.
Pickle now. Pass just out of the reach of his co-captain, Kim Pimentel. That probably would have gained them a 1st down. She had some green grass ahead of her if she just was able to hold on to that ball. Brings up 3rd down, goal line to gain for 4th and inches. Their 2nd time facing a 3rd and long situation. Pickle now drops back, looking for a receiver. Can't find one. Just flips it forward. Incomplete pass. We have a turnover on downs. The first time 4th and inches has turned it over all day. You think this is a momentum swing that Big Dogs needed?
Well, they needed a stop. It was going to take a stop there to get anything rolling for them. And if you're just joining us now and you're wondering what happened on that last play, it was that 5-second play clock to get rid of the ball as the quarterback. And
Dennis
Big Dogs
now
played good defense there. And now looks like they're going to get a quick score. Number 33 on the score, Yane Gerbrew gets the touchdown.
Yeah.
Unable to pull her flag, and she ran it in.
What a quick play. Dennis now taking the chance. Seeing the defense a little confused, snaps the ball, finds an open receiver in the flat, turns up down the sideline, easy 6 points. Now they're going for the 2-point attempt. Snap. Throw to the end zone.
King.
And it's bobbled and hits the turf.
Just a little underthrown there to King. That's been a common theme early in this game.
So, minute 48 and counting, 21-6 ball game, still in favor of 4th and inches as they come back out on offense. This is the farthest they've had to drive down the field since the opening drive of the game. So let's see if they can get something going with a minute and a half running in this 1st half.
Glad to see Jaeger back on the field.
As he's running a little corner route across the middle. Bobbles it a couple times and can't control it. Hits the turf at the last second. Brings up 2nd down. A rare drop from Jaeger.
And he's one of those players that no matter where he catches it, really, he's always a threat to make a man miss and score. So, as is Matty Connors, who catches this ball and runs upfield.
Runs out of bounds. Our back judge, Eric Petrie, right on that one, giving the line judge the spot. And we're going to keep going. We have hit the 1 minute warning mark in the first half. The officials putting the pucks down, making sure they're in the correct spot. Gives 4th and inches a fresh set of downs. First down, goal to gain. Pickle now drops back, flips it across the middle to Yegor. Another drop.
Surprising there. I think he was already thinking about the grass in front of him and getting to that end zone before he ever caught the ball.
Yeah, catch the ball before you run. Snap. Pickle catches it, drops back, looking for a receiver downfield. Flips it to Connors. Connors' flags are pulled. The clock is still running, 45 seconds and counting. Referees working quick to put those pucks down, making sure to give the offense enough time to run some plays. Teams do have 2 timeouts for the entire game to use. Looks like 4th and Inches is going to take their time snapping this one.
Yep, no real rush, up 21-6.
Oh, 22 seconds now in running. Taking their time. They're going to have one shot at the end zone at this rate. Pikel calls for the ball. Drops back, looking for a receiver. Flips it to Yegor. Yegor catches this one. Turns upfield. Flags are pulled around the 30-yard line. 3 seconds, and the clock is stopped for a turnover on downs. So, Big Dog's going to have one shot at the end zone to close this gap before heading into halftime. Who are you, if you are Jalen Dennis, who are you looking for down deep in the end zone, Jack?
I mean,
And we got a flag here.
Before I could even answer. That little hesitation move on the snap, can't do that. It's going to be knocked 3 yards back.
Our first penalty of the game.
A correct call there from Ryan Kender.
I saw the line judge, Tommy Stapes. He threw that flag up too. Here's the snap. Dennis now dropping back. Horn blows, ball's up, and falls just out of the reach of his favorite target so far in the first half, Isaiah King. Bringing us to the end of the first half with your score 21-6 in favor of 4th and Inches. Welcome back. We're at Meade Stadium here at the University of Rhode Island for our CoRec 4v4 flag football championship. 4th and Inches wearing the blue jerseys, up 21-6. Quick start to this half. Number 12, Jalen Dennis for Big Dogs drops back, launches one downfield, and it's out of the hands of Isaiah King. Didn't really even get. We didn't. There's a recap of the first half. We don't really have to explain it now. The first play of that showed us what the first half was like for Big Dogs.
And that was their best opportunity all day on a long pass. And Isaiah King's going to wish he had that one back.
Maybe they'll try it again. They've been playing the deep ball all game. So let's see what they do here on 2nd down.
As opposed to 4th and Inches, who has had way more success with the dink and dunk style.
And that's exactly what Big Dogs is doing here, trying to get avoid the flag getting pulled. Got a penalty flag on the field.
Yep.
And it looks like it's going to be against Big Dogs.
Looks like our line judge, Tommy Stapleton, saw what we saw. A flag guard.
Flag guarding against the offense. Going to knock him back 5 yards from the spot of the foul. Still going to be 2nd down. Looks like those dink and dunk plays was working for Big Dogs if they can just avoid that penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So see if they can repeat that on 2nd down here.
Looks like they want it all, though.
They're going to throw it downfield. Broken up at the last second. Grace Connolly showing her skill on offense, just proved her skill on defense.
Great defense there from Connolly to bat that ball down. Looks like she was barely watching it and was able to get a hand on it.
Yeah. I would have loved to see Big Dogs do that little dump into the flats again.
Mm-hmm.
Just copy the play you just ran on 1st down that cost you that penalty. When I played football, we had a call called Xerox.
Yeah.
I don't know if our viewers know what a Xerox machine is. It means copy. It's a copy machine. Just copy the play again. This pass caught, and Isaiah King able to stay in bounds and find the end zone. A little confusion there. It looked like he stepped out from our vantage point, but Tommy Stapes, our line judge, right on top of it. So I'm going to go with his judgment right there.
Nice run after the catch there for King. And that drive, some good things we saw from Big Dogs. QB Jalen Dennis finding some rhythm.
1-point conversion now for Big Dogs. He gets a receiver out the back of the end zone. And that one is intercepted, but you can't run it back in flag football. Blown dead. It's going to be 4th and Inches ball, closing that gap. So now it was 21-6, but now 21-12.
One score game, technically speaking, if Big Dogs was able to get a 3-point conversion.
It starts on defense, though. They cannot let 4th and Inches find the end zone on this offensive drive. So Peichel now, first drive for him and his offense after coming out of halftime. Oh, it is Peichel. I'm sorry, I thought it was a different number. Floats one over the head of 2 defenders and is broken up. Looking for his receiver, trying to get a number.
Elijah Pizzini, it looks like.
Number 54. First time we said his name today. So it brings up 2nd down for 4th and Inches. That was a big stop for Big Dogs right there. 4th and Inches might think about going back to those short dink and dunk plays they ran in the first half, which they do across the middle. Flags are pulled short of that line to gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Maddie Connors on that reception.
She's been very reliable all game in that short yardage, and especially in the red zone.
So 3rd and short now for 4th and Inches. See what they can draw up on offense. Peichel now scrambling to the right. Can't cross the line of scrimmage. Unleashes one of the end zone, and it's caught. Number 54, Elijah Pizzini. Thought it was going to get tipped by Jalen Dennis of Big Dogs. Goes right through his kind of wave of the arms deflection and falls right into Elijah Pizzini's lap.
That's the most air yards we've seen 4th and Inches pick up today, and it culminates in a touchdown.
1-point try now for 4th and Inches. Snap. Quarterback's drop back. Across the middle, just dumps it to Pizzini, and he finds his way across the goal line for 1 extra point, making this now a 28-12 game. Big Dogs looked like they had some momentum coming out of halftime, putting up a score early, and that just kind of diminished it, diminished their momentum.
But I will say, Nick, crazier things have happened. A lot of time left for Big Dogs.
10 minutes left in this first half. Let's see what they can draw up on offense now. Jalen Dennis catches the snap. Looks like he's going deep. And in and out of the hands of a 4th and inches player. Caught by Isaiah King, I believe.
You are correct.
Could have sworn he was wearing a different colored shirt in the
I
first
believe he made
half.
a little wardrobe change.
But either way, Isaiah King on that catch and run to the end zone almost thought it was going to get intercepted.
I did as well, but kind of like the Elijah Pizzini touchdown for 4th and inches, that ball finds its way into the arms of a receiver.
1 point try now for Big Dogs. Dennis dropping back. Again, finds King right over the goal line for the 1 point conversion. Now we're starting to go back and forth here. Teams trading blows on offense.
It's if Big Dogs hadn't put themselves in that 21-0 deficit early, could be talking about a much different game here.
Yes, definitely. Big Dogs needs a stop on defense. Has to kill 4th and inches momentum. Peichel now dropping back. Flips it right across the line of scrimmage.
Looks like it's going to be coming back.
And the flag gets pulled, but we have a penalty marker. I don't know if Ryan Kinder has noticed the penalty marker yet. I don't.
Was that flag picked up?
It's going against the defense.
Not sure exactly what we had there.
Gotcha. Just got confirmation. Big Dogs. It's 4v4 flag. You can only have 4 players on the field. They might have had a little more on that play. So the flag was thrown for too many players on the field. Going to get the enforcement right before we resume action. Clock is paused during this time at 7:46 in the second half. And that's what Big Dogs has to avoid. Penalties, and they just have to play smart defense. They have to avoid those penalties.
So it was a...
And the penalty was decline. They just took the result of the play. That pass by Peichel floated over the head of the defender, caught by Maddie Connors for 6.
Her 3rd touchdown of the game, and it's a crucial one. It's a back-breaking blow for Big Dogs. They just haven't been able to make the big stop they needed.
Yeah, 34-19 now, 7:15 and running in the second half. We're going to attempt the 1 point conversion on this play. Peichel now drops back. Has a wide open player in the corner of the end zone, caught for the 1 point conversion.
Kim Pimentel with her 2 first catches of the game on that drive. A crucial one to set up the touchdown and then the point after.
So Big Dogs now bringing their offense back out on the field, trying to keep that momentum going of 1 play, 6 points. See what they can do.
So what it's going to take, a quick score, a stop, and then another one if they're going to want to get back in this game.
Jalen Dennis now dropped back with the snap. Trying to find an open receiver. Doesn't King. A bullet caught by King. Flag gets pulled. Earns Big Dogs a new set of downs.
The Jalen Dennis to Isaiah King connection much stronger in this second half.
Compared to what we saw in the first half. Couldn't get on the same page with where Isaiah King was going to run his routes. How many people were playing defense on him. But let's see. Jalen Dennis now dropping back. See if they can. Looking for that connection again. Doesn't. Across the middle instead. 4-6 is number 33, Yanae Gebrew, for her 2nd touchdown of the game, I believe. And it looks like we got a player down for 4th and inches.
Grace
Gonna have
Connolly.
a timeout on the field. Officials timeout.
Could be a situation where they bump knees or something. It looks like Yanae Gebrew is limping a little bit, and then we have Grace Connolly on the ground being helped up by her teammates.
So as our amazing staff here at URI goes out to the field to check her out. She's able to get up, walk off the field on her own 2 feet. Doesn't need any assistance.
Glad to see that.
It's always
Looks
a good
like
sign.
Isaiah King and Jalen Dennis taking the time to, lounge out on mead and soak it in. You're in the championship game.
I would say they're soaking in the sun during this timeout, but it's very cloudy here in Kingston. 5:49 left in this second half. We just had a touchdown. Yane Gebrew on the reception, making it a 35-25 score pending this 2-point conversion. Dennis now drops back, finds King right over the goal line, and is caught, closing the lead down.
They're going to need to execute on these point affers. That's a key part of this comeback, and a bullet there from Jalen Dennis to his favorite target.
So 5:25 and counting in the second half, 35-27 ball game. This is pretty much a brand new ball game at this point. No, it's not at the point of saying it's 0-0 again, but it's a one-score game.
Yep.
Totally different team from Big Dogs compared to the first half. There's a short throw over the middle caught by number 54, Elijah Pizzini, who already has a touchdown on the day.
A good D flag there from Isaiah King, but he was just sagging off too much on defense.
Yeah, so brings up second down for 4th and inches. Second and manageable, I should say. Taking their time. They can have 25 seconds to snap the ball, so they're going to let that clock bleed out a little bit. Pikel calls for the snap, catches it, throws it deep to Pizzini,
Ooh.
broken up by King. A little pushing and shoving going on, it looks like, on that towards the end of that play.
Little bit.
Little bit of contact, nothing egregious enough to draw a penalty flag from Eric Petrie.
You got a goose.
And we got
geese.
You got geese. We got 2 gooses, 2 geese.
Geese, I believe.
I think it's geese. I know it's geese too. I just wanted to say that to sound funny. Pikel now dumps it over to Matty Connors, who gets the first down, giving 4th and inches a brand new set of downs. And bad news for Big Dogs. It gives 4th and inches more time to kind of bleed the clock out.
That it does. Pickle has been great all game, but Maddie Connors making her own case for MVP.
I would 100% agree with that. Pickle now catches the snap.
Has Pizzini over the middle.
And that one
It's going to be intercepted.
incomplete.
Oh, saying it no.
Tommy Stapes, our line judge, called it incomplete, but
Nope.
oh, what do we got?
Got an
He
overturn.
kind of swung his arms like it was incomplete, and instead we have a turnover. It
Yep.
was an interception.
Isaiah King.
We're going to get together and talk about this.
Oh, okay. We have our
And they on the field are overturning the call to an incomplete pass.
back judge, Eric, came in there and made the final call.
So 4th and inches, bringing their offense back out on the field for 3rd down and goal line to gain.
That's a tough, some time bled off there. That's worst case scenario for Big Dogs.
Pikel now drops back, looking for Pizzini.
Has
No, turns his
Connors.
eyes, finds Connors down. Flags get pulled, results in a turnover on down. Big Dogs, big stop on defense there. Almost came up with it on that interception. Officials came together, ruled it incomplete.
And
So-
they get the turnover the next play on downs.
2:45 left in this second half of our CoRec championship game. Coming up at 7 o'clock, though, Jack, we have our men's flag football finals. And
we
after
do.
that, our kickball finals at 8:15. That
So-
should be both 2 exciting games.
so
That pass caught by King across the middle for a short amount of yards. Like to see maybe Big Dogs pick up the pace a little bit with 2 minutes and 15 seconds and running.
this could
for
end
the
up
rest of the
as the
game.
last drive of the game.
Jalen Dennis now trying to find someone. Just throws it into the dirt. Brings up 3rd down. They have to get to that 20-yard line for a fresh set of downs.
So On second down there, not the best route decisions, but I think the quarterback made the right move to not try and force a ball downfield.
So let's see what Big Dogs can come up with on this crucial third down. Dennis now drops back, find Kings across the middle. Caught, flag pulled, and we got a first down.
Yeah. Right at the sticks. Good, smart play there. Dennis to King.
Smart route there by King. Brings up a new set of downs for Big Dogs. 1:22 and running in this second half. Snap. Dennis drops back. Finds King on a little out route. Flag is pulled. Clock is still running.
Clock will stop for the 1 minute warning
We got
coming up.
1:05.
Looks
And
like
it looks like Big Dog's just going to take it to that 1 minute warning instead. And it looks like we got the snap off before the 1 minute went off. Dennis to King in the end zone. 4-6. That battery combo that we've seen all day strikes again with 55 seconds left.
stops the clock. The score does under a minute here.
We're going to have an untimed down for this extra point attempt, making this a 2-point game. Big Dogs going for 2.
Fair to call this the biggest play of the game yet. They're going to
Dennis,
need this to tie
snap.
it up.
Looking for a receiver. Has King. King with the reception. Ties it at 35. With 55 seconds remaining, all Big Dogs need is a stop on defense. There might be enough time left to try to score again, or they take it into overtime. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Big Dogs.
Yes.
Give their team some time to catch a breath before they come out on this defensive drive. What a turn of event. I think I said a couple minutes ago. I don't want to call this a 0-0 ball game yet. Now we can call this a 0-0 ball game. Tied under a minute. This is what championships are about, Jack.
Yeah, great comeback here in our championship CoRec game. And I'm glad to see it, for our fans watching at home, giving them a good game here.
So, Big Dogs needs one stop on defense, which they've had a bit of a struggle making throughout this whole game. Kind of had their highlights throughout the end of the first half, beginning of the second half, holding 4th and inches to less points than they scored in the first half. What do they have to do? What does 4th and inches have to do to throw kind of Big Dogs off their game right now, kill their momentum?
They still have 2 timeouts. They can stop the clock if they, get out of bounds, get the first down. So I think stick to what you've done all game. Look for Connors and Yegor over the middle and let them run in space. When their offense is working best, it's Yegor like we see right here.
Flag pulled. Only a couple yards gained on that play.
A nice job there from Jalen Dennis to not let Yegor get free.
4th and inches now working fast. Has to wait for Yegor to put the flag belt back on before he can snap it.
40 seconds and running. 35.
Yegor taking his time. Doesn't realize how much time's on the clock. Peichel now catches the snap. He's trying to look. Finds Yegor on a curl route. Yegor going up the sideline.
Yegor
And he stays in
in bounds
for the touchdown. The Peichel to Yegor connection strikes again with 20.5 seconds on the clock. And we're going to have a timeout called. I believe our official pointed to 4th and inches. So timeout taken by 4th and inches. Stops the clock, 20.5 seconds. We now have a 6-point ball game.
And it was Yegor there. He faked a deep route, came back, caught it, and did what he does best, the run after the catch.
Kind of tiptoed on the sideline.
He's really got some wheels on him. And
He just entered his name into the MVP race, I believe, too, on top of Peichel, Connors. So we'll see what our statistician downstairs on site. Peichel now drops back, finds a receiver in the end zone.
Pimentel with her second PAT catch of the game.
We got 20.5 seconds left in this game.
now. Interested
Big Dogs.
to see what Big Dogs does here.
Snap. Dennis drops back and is pretty much tackled. And we got a flag called. It's going to stop the clock. 14 seconds left. We're going to have illegal contact against 4th and inches. It's going to move Big Dogs up 5 yards.
But even better for Big Dogs, they get a stoppage of clock there.
Yep. So 14.1 seconds left. Clock is going to start on the referee's whistle. Doesn't matter. They're in sync with the snap. Dennis to King. King flags are pulled. Clock is stopped for the first down. Clock is stopped for the first down. 7.4 seconds left. It should start on the referee's whistle. They do have 1 timeout to use if they can get this ball out quick and out of bounds or something like that. If they don't, they still have that spare timeout. Dennis now catches the snap. Takes a shot at the end zone. King. And it's broken up with 0.2 seconds on the clock. The only option Big Dogs has is take a shot at the end zone. And if I'm Jalen Dennis, I'm looking for King.
And I think the safety, Michael Skeda, kind of understands that.
And he's
Big Dog showed
heels
their
on the
card a little early there, going deep to the King.
heels on the goal line. Skeda waiting for this play to start.
And watch, as the play develops, you'll see him shade over to Isaiah King's side.
Dennis just went over what kind of route he wants King to run. Dennis catches the snap.
This
Horn
will
blows on
be
the
last
scoreboard.
play.
He's calling him to go across. Ball's up in the air. And it's tipped. It's tipped up by Michael Skeda. And not being able to come down with the catch, Isaiah King, which ends the game. 42-35 victory. Your champions of the 4v4 CoRec flag football is 4th and inches.
Congratulations to them. A great game put together by the whole team. It was a collective effort today to win the championship shirts. And now I'm excited to hear who our announced MVP is.
Great game, fought tough by both teams.
Yes, Big Dogs made it interesting there in that second half. A great comeback, but, you know, the 1 seed won out in the end. They were just got the more important stops when necessary. I mean, that last play, the ball touched Isaiah King's hand, but I think a deflection from a 4th and inches defender threw him off, and that was not an easy catch to make.
What a great way to start our championship Sunday.
Our MVP tonight for 4th and inches, the winning sides, quarterback Alex Pickle with 6 passing
touchdowns.
Excuse me, jeez.
Gotcha, partner.
Yeah.
6 passing
Congratulations to him.
touchdowns earns Alex Pickle the MVP of your CoRec flag football game. Stay tuned because in just a mere 12 minutes approximately, we will have our men's flag football game, championship game, between Football with Grandpa and Theta Chi. Stay tuned.